Alright, we got this one bolted in. This is the 47 case, the original one. So I'm going to try to square it up. I'm going to go ahead and put the oil pump here at 90. See if the decks are at 22 something. There should be a 22.5 on both sides. If everything is square, I'll check the lifter blocks too. If that stuff's off, then my theory's going out on what's supposed to be stock. Then we'll check the motor mount offset after that. So right now, put it out of the way. Looks square to me. Okay, 90 degree right now. I'm pretty good at just mocking up, I guess. Right on 90. Okay, I'll take it. Let's see what we got down here. I'm going to come off the right case, because it's probably more accurate than the left case, would be my guess. It's pretty square. 22.5, and it just dropped to 22.4. Check the other side. .22.4 again. Okay, so it's coming out correctly that we have the oil pump boss is square to the motor. So this is perpendicular to the center line of the motor. So that's a good reference point. So once again, our deck is off. We're at 22.4 instead of 22.5. And of course it proves me wrong by going right to 22.5 in the first look. I wonder if I was on the other, it might have been on the other half over there. It's still 22.5, it's come across both pieces. Trying to stay off that other side there. Okay, it looks square. 22.4 when it's square. Cases are pretty even. And you got a flat surface you're trying to hold to. So just lay it in there. .25, 22.4. All right. So we got a square surfaces. Let's check our lifter block surfaces here, see what they're at. All twos. Square up a little bit. 22.3 when you cut it square. I'm guessing where square is. And square is about right there. 22.3, 22.4. Back to 22.3 again. So the lifter blocks are a little different. 22.3 on both. So they're repeating center, but the V angle's off again. I understand why they're not at 45, but they're the same as that other motor was, 22.3. The decks are at 24.4, 24.5, or 22.5 on one and 22.4 on the other, then it went back to 22.4 on both, but that was how it was. Now the other one over here, I know it's been welded a lot, so I'm not going to care about it. The right side hasn't had much welding done on it. Okay, so now we got to figure out what these motor mounts are doing. So, can we get any kind of a reference on this one? Can't really feel anything. Just can't get a feel. That gives you a hard stop, so that's not true, but It's definitely at 17, 18 area for sure, but can't tell. And this one's square, look at that. That one's all welded up. Damn, that thing is pretty flat. Tenth of a degree off. Surface has got some high spots on it. So very uneven, and it's definitely been got some heavy beating on it. Okay, if we stay off of that one over there and just kind of try to cut this out only. Okay, that gives me something to work to. Looks halfway flat. Tenth of a degree. Is it? Whoop, there went the. It's bouncing all over the place, but it's a very sensitive level. Make sure you get square. It's about a 1/10 off according to that. One-tenth there. Here not being flat. Alright, so I'm going to call it a 1/10 of a degree. That one over there. 0. Alright, so now what do? We were 2 degrees off, now we're 0. Now this is a knuckle case, and that's a pan case we used to check with, where we ran off to. What I did with it, I put it on my workbench. That's a knuckle case it was off to. It's a pan case. What year is this thing? It's 53 knuckles, got oil galleries in it. 53 casting, not a 58, so we know it's 53 to 57. It doesn't have the big groove in here, which is 52 and earlier, so we got the hydraulics, we know it's 53. So this is a 53 to 57 case. So that was 2 degrees off. That knuckle original case looks like it's 0, and this one's off 2 degrees just like the pan case is off. So wonderful. What do you cut the mounts to? I have no stinking clue. I know just between a panhead and a knucklehead is 200 thou between the offset, so this one doesn't have as much offset. So if you call an even 2-inch offset, this should be 1.8, but in the real world it should be at least 50 under that. Anywhere from 30 to 50 down. I fluctuate between 1.950 and 1.980, depending on how close it is what I'm working off of an original case. So if you take 200 off of that, that drops you down 200, so it'd be 750 to 780. And this one doesn't even look like it's 1 inch. Doesn't look like much of a drop to me. So, what do? I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. So I think what I need to bolt something on that case to give me a plate coming out. So if I take one of my plates here, fairly thick one. Pinch it between a washer. And a nut. On the edge like that. It might curl up a little bit, but it should be straight that way. And we're going to put a bolt in the back mount to do that. So let me go get some hardware and we'll be back.